Welcome to the last and final day of the Demo Day series. We're so excited to have you here. We're going to give everyone some time to join, so while we wait, add in the chat where you're tuning in from. We got Ben from Saratoga Springs, Nihar, sunny Palo Alto, got Macy from LA, Seattle, all over the place. Our Zeni AI, Lehigh, or I guess Palo Alto, whatever you want. Could be in two places at once. Awesome, we'll give it a couple more seconds. We've got Shivani from India and Yoshi from Casper, Wyoming. All right, let's get started. So like I mentioned, today is the third and last day of the Demo Day series. For those that have joined our previous 2 days, AKA Bill Pay and the dashboard, welcome back. And for those that are new, hello. Our Demo Day series are brand new at Zeni, and it's an opportunity to share new product rollouts with our customers, AKA you, and answer questions you might have. And we've saved the best for last today. Today is all about our brand new product edition, the AI Business Credit Card. Now, before I go any further, we do have an exciting sneak peek to show you. So drum roll, please. Awesome. We hope that got you fired up. I know the music alone got me amped. So now that you got an idea of Zeni's business credit card, we want to ask you a fun icebreaker. What would your first purchase be on the Zeni business credit card? Add it in the chat. And it could be anything you want. Lunch for the office from Madison, new running shoes from Macy Smith, love it. An iPad, love it. I want a new iPad. I use mine for my Kindle, and it's old. Awesome. A standing desk. Yes, I could do with one of those too. All righty. Well, thank you so much for humoring me there. It's time to finally introduce the faces that you're seeing on the screen here. So I'll kick it off. My name is Jasmine, and I run all of our content here at Zeni. I actually recently moved from Northern California to Salt Lake City just to be closer to the Zeni community. And my first purchase on the card would be some home office decorations. My background is a little bare at the moment, so I'd like to fill it with some fun personal items and fun office decorations. So I'll hand it over to you, Snehal. You are on mute, Snehal.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey guys, I'm Snehal. I'm the co-founder and chief product officer at Zeni. And at Zeni, I'm focused on building intelligent human-like financial agents that seamlessly automate bookkeeping, accounting, and CFO services. So yeah, if I had a Zeni business credit card, I would kick off by buying a high-end espresso machine for our office to make sure that everyone gets a serious coffee boost and does 10x in way less time.
Awesome, that's great, Snehal. It's tough to beat Snehal. Hey guys, my name is Nihar. I lead our AI spend management suite of products, including Bill Pay, which we had a demo 2 days back, and today's AI cards. If I had one of them, and actually I'm on a March cleanse, so I'm gonna go and get a ginger shot later today for during lunchtime.
Love it. I've got my coffee right here, so I love yours, Snehal, and a ginger shot sounds good too. Thanks so much for introducing yourselves. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty. Here's what we'll be talking about today. First things first, we'll be introducing our latest product. We'll be chatting about the reason behind business credit cards, We'll also show how we compare to traditional cards, how to get one, and of course, the whole reason why you're here, the live demo with Nihar. So excited about this. And we'll wrap it up with a Q&A. Of course, throughout the presentation, if you have any questions at all, you'll see the chat on the right-hand screen, and you can feel free to ask them in there. We'll either answer them live, comment in the chat, or we can email you after. And of course, this is recorded, so you'll receive this as well. So without further ado, let's kick this off. So you may be wondering, why did Zeni add business credit cards to our product suite? I'm kicking it over to Snehal.
Yeah, so guys, as founders and business owners, we crave simplicity, and a card that dishes out maximum credit cashback, has no math headaches over rewards, no personal credit checks, a higher credit limit, plus something that can auto reconcile every expense. I think that's the credit card I'm looking for, something that just works. It's fast, efficient, and straight up hassle free.
Love it. You hit on the key points there, Snehal. Fast and efficient. That's what we're all about here at Zeni. Amazing. So like we showed you guys in the fun sneak peek video, here are the 4 main perks of our AI business credit card. So I'm going to go through these really quick. So 1, you get 1.75% cash back on every purchase. That means no matter the category, you get that cash back. You can issue unlimited virtual and physical cards at no cost. You can create personal limits, and you can save hours with automation, which we love. And lastly, you can manage all your expenses from one place with ease. So your credit card, your spend management, your bookkeeping, all of it is in one place. Alrighty. You may be wondering as well how we compare to traditional business credit cards. We put together some major ones that you may know about. And so I'm going to hand it over to Nihar to go through our nifty little battle card.
Thank you, Jasmine. Hard to not get distracted with a neighbor in your room, with someone in your room, but I'll try my best. But yeah, I think from if you directly look at the comparison, first of all, I wanted to get started off with Zeni was a company which was born in the pandemic, and we also have our entire foundation was built over AI elements, and AI business credit cards is just a layer on top of the platform where we infuse a lot of AI elements, powering our product. So, it is new age product. It is built with AI fundamentals and pieces, and simple tasks like receipt analysis, reconciliation, matching it with transactions in the ledger. It's all completed through automations and AI. And more importantly, there is no pricing, there is no added cost over subscribing to this product. It's available to you in the Zeni dashboard. There is no APR, there's no additional APR interest rate charged to you for any transactions. But most importantly, you get 1.75% cash back, which Jasmine alluded to before. Pretty much highest in the industry where we see with incumbent card solutions. You also have cashback provided from 20 basis points to all the way to 1.5%. Some folks put it as a travel card, or specific categorizations are there in the cashback. But from our perspective, we want to make it as simple and most rewarding for all of you. It is 1.75 cashback, no matter what transaction.
Love that, Nihar. I actually have a fun question for you. So I'm a marketing nerd. So if I spend $500,000 on Google Ads, do I get 1.75% cash back?
Yes, you do. And actually, I need to check with my AI what the amount there would be. But it is close to $5,000 of cash back, on that spend. So you're actually making, you're actually making money. It's easier in your cash flow, and all that is tracked, within your Zeni bookkeeping as well.
Amazing. It looks like we got a question here from Madison. Why is there no credit check or personal guarantee required? How does Zeni determine credit worthiness?
That is a great question, Madison. So I think from our perspective, we are fundamentally an AI bookkeeping and accounting solution. So we do integrate with your ledger. We provide all your finances and your accounting details in the Zeni dashboard. We have insight into your finances. With that perspective, we can actually underwrite you without getting any credit check or sending your data to bureaus, for getting that credit amount.
Awesome. Thanks so much. All right. Now what we're here for, we're going to head into our demo with Nihar. I'm going to stop sharing here and Nihar take it away, and I'll be back once he's done.
Excellent. Cool. Let me share my screen, and please let me know if there's an echo coming. I'm sitting in a room which is prime for echo. So excellent. Great. So let me do this. Right. So for folks who are already using the Zeni dashboard, this is not new to all of you. We do have your entire finances at just a click of a button. You do see a bird's eye view of all your finances. But we have, as you can see, we have introduced this new product here under banking section, which is cards. So if I click on it, you do see a page which you saw similarly earlier in the demo. It is the good thing is that you're actually pre-approved for a certain amount. You see that right here, even before going to the next step, so that you're aware of, okay, this is my credit limit. This is what I've been pre-approved for. And then you can just go ahead and enter. We do have a fun graffiti there. It gets you excited to start using the product. So let me just go ahead and start issuing a new card. Here, as you see, as you come into this page, you have a great insight as to how much is remaining on your spend limit. What's total cashback which you have accrued over the time, and when is the next limit going to be reset? So if I click on new here, I do have an option to create virtual or physical cards. So virtual, you can directly use the card details in your any other POS or a portal, a merchant's portal. So, but for the sake of this, click on physical. The physical card looks great. We have spent a lot of design time and working with our existing customers, but also our internal employees. The look and feel of the card has, a lot of time has gone in that, and it's great to have one in your wallet or in your hands. So I click it, and I select who I want to assign the card to. All these employees are pretty much pulled up from your People tab if you have used the Zeni dashboard before. If not, then you can just go ahead, add new employees into our People tab, and those employees will just come up here. Let me go ahead and issue a card for Ruby. I'd say design expense. This was developed by a design team, so fair to just keep it design expense. $20,000 for the month. And where do I need to ship it? So it's a physical card. So I'll select the company address. We do have the company address when we onboard. So we have that on the file, and then it's a simple click to just select that and let me issue the card. So from an administrator perspective, you are aware that, hey, Ruby has been issued a card. This card still needs to be activated because it's going to come in physically. For security purposes, we want to make sure that Ruby has got the correct card, and it is Ruby who's got the card. So quickly switching on what Ruby would see on her side, in the address, she will get this letter. We have a great career insert here to give you, right up front, what are the benefits of using Zeni card and an easy way to activate it. So you can, pull up your phone, you can just go ahead, scan the QR code there. You can open it in Chrome, you can do this in your mobile phone. But here, for the simplicity of this demo, we are showing you on the web. The experience is pretty straightforward. It's very appealing to the eye. The user goes ahead, enters the details, looks at the card, the expiry date and CVV right here, and boom, it's. So as an onboarding experience, you want to make sure your employees who are getting the card, or you as a founder or finance head of your company, you can easily add it to your Apple or Google. So this is my favorite feature because I mean, now with the Apple phones, so easily, the Apple Wallet to be used so easily, we have deliberately added this flow, so that our users can use this pretty seamlessly. Go to the wallet, they click on it, and then they basically can scan the details and add it to your wallet.
This is amazing.
Great.
This is amazing, Nihar. I'm going to pause you there just for 1 second. Looks like we've got one question here from Ben. Are there any business or industries that wouldn't qualify for a Zeni business credit card?
That is a great question. So yes, I know this typically we go through the onboarding flow for our users, and especially when you are onboarding over the product, if you're an existing bill pay or reimbursements or an checking accounts customer, there is simply just one-click activation for all of you. But if you're a new customer, you just added bookkeeping and accounting on Zeni, you click on cards, you will go through a KYC and a KYB flow, which is pretty standard. But we make it, rather than going through hours and days. I remember when Snehal and Swapnil for Zeni had to apply for a credit card, at SVB. I think, Snehal, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was probably a week's, worth of wait, and then a lot of paperwork to be done. Printer, go print, sign, scan, send. This flow is essentially going to be like close to 2 to 5 minutes flow, where we get the details and then send it to the bank. The bank does have some conditions there. Some of the businesses may not be allowed, but again, that's case by case basis. But on a general basis, we do not support businesses like crypto, gambling, adult entertainment, and there are a couple others which we don't support.
Thanks so much, Nihar. Also loved the thumbs down from Snehal on things just not having a nice flow to it. We want to make things easy, right? From
Absolutely.
Paige here, can you associate cards with different budgets?
That is a great question. So yes, I was just going to show that after this quick demo, but yes, actually one of our customers, recent customers who started using it, was very excited to use the product in a way that sorry, yeah, let me just go back. So it was very excited to use the cards product for each of their vendors. So I can go ahead and just create a card for, let's say, let me go back to our production instance here. So let me go ahead and do a new card to myself here. And I can just say Nihar's, OpenAI expenses. So if I say, if I'm going deep into AI, I need to use, one specific card just for OpenAI. I say OpenAI card, and that's it. So, this particular card has been budgeted for just that expenditure, and let's say $1,000. You do have, the card details. You can go to openai.com, enter this particular card details, and you can keep doing this per vendor. If you want to basically segregate your purchases. Coming to the budgeting side of it, if you provide this particular limit here, you can go ahead and change it, later on. But this is the budget it will stick to. Any expenditure above this particular limit here will be declined. So that way, it's a very easy way to just set up the budget right away while issuing the card to your employees or for that specific vendor. Cool. I'll just continue, Jasmine.
Yep, that's great.
Excellent. So coming to where putting the money where the mouth is. So essentially, you go ahead, you click on my favorite store for ginger shot is Join the Juice. I go ahead, I click on it. Sorry, So I go click review order. I take the card, and then as I said, it's basically available in an Apple Wallet, but you can as well add to the portal. It comes up as any card. I mean, you can go ahead and rename this. And boom. So I think what I wanted to show here specifically was our recent receipt, integration, where as soon as you use the card, you on an online or an offline, in the store, you right away get a message saying that, hey, this particular merchant, we require a receipt for this particular amount. It's as simple as just putting a screenshot of that receipt in the SMS, and you can just send it to that particular SMS reply. And within a few seconds, our current product team and engineering team has spent a lot of iterations over this. So, a shout out to them to get this out in a few seconds, where a match happens right away there. And if the match does not happen, we keep trying it. The amounts may vary, the merchant name may vary, but over the course of next couple of days, we match it, instantly. And moreover, what happens is once the match happens, this receipt is gone and added to your ledger, in this case, QuickBooks. And then it basically syncs back with Zeni. So it is like, a great flywheel there. You start the transaction at a store, but everything is accounted for in your books. So everything is just close the loop. That's it for me.
Love it. One more question from Macy Smith here. Does the card support recurring payments and subscription management tools?
Question, Macy. So, let me unshare my screen here. Yes. So at the end of the day, if let's say we use our cards, for payment of systems like our CRM, which is HubSpot, And our engineering tools like Google Cloud, that's basically a recurring payment as well. So you can just put the card details in that portal, and it basically just charges when that subscription manager hits the date. At the end of the day, it's like in any credit card where you put it in the portal and it basically keeps charging the card on a repeated basis.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Nihar. I think one thing that I was really excited to see from just a selfish perspective, there is nothing worse than when you go and you have to spend things on an event, especially with marketing. And then you've got to be able to match the receipts. The fact that I can do it all in one place, I pay for it, I get the immediate text and it's saying, hey, just send me the receipt, and it does it for me. I love that. We do have one question here from Madison. What security measures does Zeni have in place to protect against fraud or unauthorized transactions? This is a really good question because fraud is everywhere.
Yes, absolutely, right. And that is the biggest thing required for when you're actually launching a credit card program. So Zeni is a SOC 2 Type 2 compliant organization. So you can find more details on zeni.ai/security. But we also went through a process and a complete a policy guide for our chargeback and fraud team. It's headed by a leader, and Tal is a great person to lead that team, where her team looks at every transaction. We have tools associated. We have partners working with us. Our bank partner really provides us these tools to help us fight chargebacks, fight fraud, and then we are on it. So yeah, rest assured, our team is looking into any kind of fraud or chargeback which happens in the system. It is definitely alerted, and we provide that message to our users as well.
Sweet. Thanks so much, Nihar. Got one here from Macy Smith. If I already used another business credit card, what are the advantages of switching to Zeni's or just using Zeni's business card on top of, the others?
Absolutely. Great question there. Personally, I feel like, if I was in a similar situation, I'll just go for my top three, and maybe, Sneha and Jasmine, you can add yours. But from my perspective, I think the biggest thing is, I'm a startup founder. Every dollar matters to me. So if it is 1.75% compared to your existing, 1% or 1.5%, I would definitely love that. Even that 25 basis points over $1 million of spend really helps my cash flow. That's number one. The second thing is obviously the experience itself. I don't want to go to talk to 10 people in a bank. I don't want to talk to a lot of people, customer success and everything. I just want click on a button in the product and get the card for myself. That is a lot of cycles have been spent on making the experience very seamless and easy for our customers. And the last one is the receipt agent. A receipt agent is going through a lot of enhancements, and we're using a lot of AI elements there. So at the time of closing your books, at the time of making sure everything is accounted properly, we even provide you the categorizations, which is enhanced by our AI model. So everything is basically easy and quick to use.
Yeah, I can add to it. I think as a founder, I don't want to do any kind of calculation, right? There are many cards out there that have rewards, but at the end of the day, you have to sit and figure out how to use those rewards. There are cards that give you cash back, but that cash never hits your bank account unless you go into the portal, figure out how to pull that cash out. Card companies give you all these benefits, but they don't necessarily want you to use it. So that's why I like Zeni card, because there is no math involved. 1.75% cashback, it hits your bank account. If you have a balance above the cashback, the cashback is already automatically applied to the balance, and the balance goes down. So everything that you as a business owner needs to do is already done for you using the Zeni credit card. So you are not wasting time managing your cards in any way. You don't even have to sit at the end of the month and click sync from your card portal into QuickBooks or into your general ledger. We do it real time in an automated way. So there is no other provider who is actually taking stress away from you, and then from that point onward, do everything in an automated way, even for your accounting team. I think that is what I like most about Zeni credit cards, because we are really solving our own pain points.
Thanks so much, guys. You stole all of the questions or all of the answers from me. But yeah, ultimately, the reason why I would want a Zeni business credit card is It doesn't mean you need to get rid of the other credit cards that you use today, but it isn't a great addition. And so the fact that you do get 1.75% cash back on every transaction, and you can, like someone mentioned earlier, can you do this per vendor? I have a card per vendor. I think that's an amazing addition. And then selfishly, I just love the when you pay for something and it immediately comes through, and I can take a photo and it automatically combines everything together. It looks like we do have a question from Paige here. For recurring monthly subscriptions, would the monthly statement magically be pulled from the vendor like a receipt would?
Yeah, we all wish that happens, Paige. But I think as I mentioned earlier on that our receipts team is currently looking at this use case and a lot of enhancements coming up. Just to give us a sneak peek into that, yes, I mean there are ways to do achieve this magically, directly integrate with the vendor's platform. But I think from our perspective, the easiest and the most shortest way to that is just basically syncing with your email. So you give us access to your email. We basically read that email coming in, and if it is from, let's say, HubSpot or from Salesforce or from Google Cloud, we take that receipt every month and basically attach it to the Zeni ledger.
Or another option is you just forward that statement to receipts@zeni.ai, and our receipt agent will pull everything, reconcile it for you.
As simple as that. Yeah.
So it is kind of magic, is what I'm hearing. Love it. Awesome. I don't see any additional questions right now, so we'll keep going. I'll pause though if we do get some more. So now that we've gone through the demo, how do you get your hands on a Zeni business credit card? Now, Nihar's already showed you how to do it, but I'm just going to go through the quick 3 easy steps. If you are a current customer, all you got to do is go to app.zeni.ai, hover over onto the left-hand side to cards, click on it, and then the next 2 steps are basically easy. You'll see your pre-approved amount and you'll be able to start spending immediately. If you're not a current customer, feel free to schedule a demo with us and we can go through further details with you. And yeah, if you have any questions at all or have any issues, like I mentioned, please get in touch with your controller or email us at hello@zeni.ai. I am looking at the chat here. Looks like we've got one from Kit. Can I use the card to pay my vendors in Europe and South America in their currency?
So that's an interesting question, Kit. So if you're already an existing customer, I would definitely recommend using our bill pay product. So we do provide international transfers using our bill pay product to pay vendors, especially in your use case. The other way, obviously, is again, if you use a card internationally, if you are traveling and then you're using the card internationally, we do support those international transactions for free of cost. But I would say specifically for paying your vendors who are out of the US, our bill pay product would be a better recommendation for solving that case. Snail, anything to add?
Yeah, so I have traveled to Europe. I have traveled to India in the past probably 12 months. I have been using the Zeni card when I'm meeting investors and partners in those countries, and it has worked flawlessly for me. But as Nihar said, if you have bigger vendors that you're paying on a monthly basis, using bill pay is a much better option.
Love it. All righty. We're nearing the end of this presentation. This is actually the last slide. Kind of sad that our 3-day demo series is over, but don't worry, we do have a special offer for Zeni's business credit cards. If you spend $10,000 for the first 2 months, you'll get $200 off your Zeni subscription. And remember, that means you'll be earning 1.75% cash back. We do have a QR code for you here, but I'm also going to pull up the fun feature that you can click on. Give me 1 second, share. So you'll see this little pop-up here. You can start spending. Like I mentioned, this is for current customers. So if you are not, please schedule a demo with us. I'll add the link actually in the chat so you can do that. But yeah, that concludes the end of this. I'm gonna go through questions right now. From Kit, does using this card also improve my business credit score?
I can take that. At the moment, so we do not integrate with any of the bureaus. But that is something which we are considering. That's a great question.
Awesome. And then we've got one from Derek here. Sorry if someone else asked, is this just expense or also travel?
So it can be used anywhere, for expenses, for travel. Basically, you just have the credit card number, the expiry date, and the CVV. It can be put in any of the portals you use for expenses and for travel.
And guys, I wanted to clarify one more thing. When I think regarding the question around international using the card internationally, the short answer is it just works. You can use the card even for local currencies in other countries.
That's a major bonus, especially traveling internationally is already tough. And on top of that, if your credit card doesn't work, it's very frustrating. I know that firsthand. So thanks for providing that. Alrighty. I'm not seeing any additional questions come through. If you've got a question and you're like, man, I wish I'd asked that, feel free to email us at hello@zeni.ai. Or reach out to your controller, like I'd mentioned. And again, thank you so much for joining this first ever Zeni Demo Day series. It's been so fun being able to show you all of the new product features, and we're really, really excited to keep doing this. So be on the lookout for more communications. Oh, I'm seeing another question from Kit. Any specific charges on the currency Forex charges?
You don't get any charge. You don't get any charges from Zeni, so you can basically just use this card internationally while you travel, and there is no extra charge on that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys, and thank you for the nice notes in the chat. It's been awesome. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and have an awesome weekend. And we'll chat again soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Jasmine and team.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.